Am I the butthole for telling my husband and his family to suck it up when they complained about my daughter's wedding? I won't complicate this. I have a daughter, Kara, who is not my biological daughter, nor was she my legal daughter until she reached the age of 18 when she asked me to adopt her as an adult. I married my husband when she was 14 and together we have 2 children. Kara gets along okay with my husband. But admittedly her upbringing means she was maybe not as able to bond with a father figure as she was with a mother figure, and her age was also a factor. Regardless, everyone gets along, and I think that is the best you expect when you have someone who went through as much as she did at a young age. Kara is engaged and came to me recently and told me she would like to walk with me down the aisle and do a dance with me while her fiancé dances with his mom. She told me she didn't know how to ask for that without hurting my husband. I told her he would understand and I would be honored to do it. I did not expect my husband and his parents to take offense. They believe she snubbed my husband and is making it seem like he's nothing. After listening to them complain about this for 10 minutes, I told them to suck it up and accept that she asked me, her mom, to do both of those parts of the wedding and that I was proud to do it. I dared them to tell me I was less deserving than my husband. My husband and his parents believe I wasn't very understanding, and downright rude. According to my mill. AITA? So to clarify for people, because I was not clear. My husband is not her father, he is her stepfather through me. I was married before and she was my stepdaughter who I ended up with custody of but never legally adopted as a minor because her biological mother was alive. She has trauma relating to father figures, 2 prior ones to be exact, so she has never really considered my husband as such, but their relationship has been good considering everything she has been through. I did adopt her when she turned 18. Not my husband, just me. Adding some more to this. Had my husband confided in me that his feelings were hurt, that would be one thing. But he did not. He went to his parents and then all 3 decided to take offense to the fact not only was he not asked but I was. And while they never came out directly and told me that I should say no, it was implied throughout their complaints. None of which were about his hurt feelings and all about the snub and how unbelievable it was that I would be filling that role in her wedding. NTA. You're doing everything right and I think it's lovely that she wanted you to walk her down the aisle. It's a testament to your relationship with her. It seems clear to me why she wouldn't want him. He doesn't behave as a parent, so why would he stand in as her father? NTA. Congratulations. So excited for you. Of course you're not. It's her wedding. There is no snubbing, she wants you, period. Agreed. It's not your husband's business nor his family's neither, as he is, they are not really related to her. Simply tell them I fail to see how this is any concern of yours. And leave it at that. Right? I'm like, if they actually cared, he would have taken his wife aside and mentioned that her being asked to legally adopt the daughter and not him hurt / made him uncomfortable / literally anything negative? Maybe he was hurt initially and this is a reminder that he never said anything before and that's why he's upset now, but still, explaining himself can only help him if that's the case. I like the idea of the mom doing all the things that traditionally are done by the child's dad at the wedding. She's given that honor to the person that she wants there. It's sweet and honorable. I really like that aspect too. Op is definitely NTA, and I think it's wonderful that she is being asked to take on that role at the wedding. Not to forget that all decisions are hers and her husband-to-be's to make. They can be ridiculous if they want. If she wanted her pet rock to walk her down the aisle, then she has the right to ask for that. Haha. That's just perfect. Agree with this 100%. Kudos to original poster for standing their ground and putting her wishes first. I recently got married and the amount of people that lose their minds over tradition is crazy, and it soured moments that should have been special. Tradition is just bullcrap peer pressure from previous generations, anyway. Original poster is definitely NTA. Edit. Thanks for the award, kind stranger. Edit number 2, another award? You folks are amazing. I'm very grateful. Edit number 3, y'all are making me blush. Hope everyone who's giving awards and upvotes are being just as kind to yourselves, heart. I've never thought of tradition this way. This is a brilliant line. I will end up using it for sure. I have no award, so please have a pizza, slice of pizza. I love pizza. Thanks so much. My favorite tradition is just letting yourself be guilt-tripped by dead people. Also, my family is so passive-aggressive that my ancestors are just pretending to be dead to make us feel bad for not washing the dishes right. Agreed. When it comes to weddings, I feel like everyone should respect the bride's and groom's wishes, no matter how non-traditional they are, period. If they want to have their reception at a McDonald's and have everyone eat soggy fries, you got to respect that. If the bride wants to wear a hot pink wedding dress instead of a white one, unless your opinion has been solicited, your best bet is to just suck it up. It's their moment, an event they will most likely never forget, and as you said, all it happens when family members and friends give their, oftentimes unsolicited, is that things get ruined. I wish to subscribe to your newsletter as a platinum-level subscriber. Everyone thinks their views are so damn important and can't fathom the idea of putting them on a shelf for a 6-hour period of one day. Weddings really do bring out the crazy in people. My aunt is an amazing woman and I couldn't have pulled off my wedding without her, but she was surprisingly hung up on weird details, like she was aghast that we weren't going to be cutting a cake and she wasn't happy that I was changing my middle name. Of course, because she's amazing, she didn't try to guilt me into anything and dropped it, but I was still shocked she cared in the slightest for those traditions. It's crazy. I wanted to walk down the aisle to a song different than the wedding march and my parents acted like I was going off the deep end. I'll never forget my dad looking at me and half yelling, "What's the point of even having a wedding then? Like WTF? A cake and a song do not define the day, and neither does a dance." I had a screaming argument with my mother, at the florist, when it turned out I wanted a pink and white bouquet, not an all-white bouquet. My daughter and her wife walked down the aisle to an instrumental version of a song, which not many people recognized, then walked out to the full lyrics version of the same song, Bruno Mars' Marry You. Watching guests' faces as they started to catch on to had us all cracking up. Edited to clarify that there were 2 versions of the same song. Web link. My best friend recently got married on Halloween, and she and her dad walked down the aisle to a mandolin instrumental version of some song. Then her and her husband walked out to all shook up because their last name is Shook, embarrassed smiley face. That sounds so funny and cute. It must have been a wonderful wedding. OMFG, they sound amazing. My mother had a meltdown because my father bought regular stamps instead of wedding stamps for my invitations. As a stamp collector, that would rile me up, but I understand it's not something the average person would think of. I walked down the aisle to Over the Hills and Far Away by Led Zeppelin. It was perfect. I originally wanted Stuck in the Middle with You by Stealers Wheel, but hubby wouldn't let me. In hindsight, I think that may have pissed off people more than how funny I thought it was. This is why I did not want a big wedding. My husband and I had a very small ceremony and then dinner afterward. It was great. I didn't want to deal with all the entitlement and unsolicited opinions from people who otherwise don't send me so much as a happy birthday text. And none of those people were offering to pay for the big wedding I didn't want, lol. I also really don't like most wedding traditions at all. The 2 sides of my family do not get along. I didn't wear a white dress, I wouldn't have wanted little kids at the wedding, I wouldn't have censored songs or done the chicken dance, etc. People who think that the wedding is about anyone but the couple getting married baffle me. I got passive-aggressive messages for years afterward from some people because I didn't invite them. For my wedding at 18, I just let mom do it. We were poor and I didn't want to be a problem. For my 25th anniversary, it was all me. Medieval gowns in a field of wildflowers. Only relative invited was my mom. Had my husband wear a kilt. No one was invited unless we wanted them there. It was perfect. I recommend giving no Fs to anyone planning a wedding. That sounds amazing. And yeah, definitely do not gaffe about anyone's wedding opinions other than your own, unless you want to. People will get over it. Or not. Whatever. This sounds amazing. You are my hero. My husband and I did the same. Neither of us wanted anything big for the same reasons you listed. But my in-laws, who still haven't bothered to remember how to spell my incredibly common first name, let alone wish me a happy birthday, continue to hold a grudge against me for ruining everything. They even refuse to attend but blame me because we didn't do things their way. People act so ridiculous and entitled when it comes to other people's weddings, it's awful. Who still haven't bothered to remember how to spell my incredibly common first name? OFFS. Yeah, it drives me crazy. Not only is my name very common, but the spelling my parents chose is the most common spelling of my name. My in-laws had to have actually put in some effort to spell it incorrectly. Not to mention all the times they've seen my name written down. The worst part is that before our engagement I actually had a pleasant relationship with my in-laws. They really took wedding planning way too seriously. How hard is it to spell Prague anyway? So rude. I saw a meme that said tradition is peer pressure by dead people, and that is the purest definition I've seen. Not the butthole BTW, what is with all these entitled step-parents? Not yours, your child or your place. And if we truly look at the tradition, it still doesn't make sense that the husband would be involved. The whole idea of the father giving away the bride is to transfer ownership of the daughter to the new family. Considering the mother has adopted her and the husband has not, she is not the husband's property to give at the wedding anyway. Definitely. It's just about tradition and their son/brother potentially having hurt feelings. You didn't mention your husband being upset about it. He probably knows that you and her are a far stronger bond than he dies with her. You're deaf. NTA. They're just thinking very traditionally, not what your daughter wants or who is closest to her. Thank you for stocking up for her. Don't mention this to your daughter. It might make her feel bad/guilty/angry. You just continue supporting her and loving her. You're doing a wonderful job. I feel this. At a close friend's wedding, her mother was going to walk her down the aisle, but her stepfather used his standing with the minister to change that. The day before the wedding they confronted her and told her that if her stepfather didn't walk her down the aisle, the minister wouldn't do the wedding. She had never gotten along with him and this didn't help. He couldn't be bothered to adopt her also, so nope. He can zip it. Not the butthole. Yeah, I'm so confused how his family thinks he would be the obvious choice when she's not even legally his dependent. I don't think she wanted him to adopt her. She asked original poster when she turned 18, plus it seems Op's husband doesn't particularly play a parental role. NTA. Although the fact that she was aware that her stepfather might be hurt by that decision indicates that there is some sort of relationship there, even if he was not asked to adopt her. The bride has every right to do as she pleases. Assuming he was actually involved with her life, the stepfather has a right to feel left out as well. If he had initially been asked to participate in another way, that would probably have been preferable, again, assuming he was involved with her life. Agreed. Her request is beautiful and a testament to the love you two share. Your husband's response is rude to you and to her. And above all that, F traditional standards. Original poster, you are not the butthole. She has literal trauma from father figures in her life from how I'm reading this. Why would that not be understandable? People really need to get out of their stuffy traditions and accept love, family, parents, and motherhood lives on a spectrum. Hold your ground. And from one Kara to another Kara, tell her I'm happy she found love. Congratulations. Kara is engaged and came to me recently and told me she would like to walk with me down the aisle and do a dance with me while her fiancé dances with his mom. NTA, this is beautiful. Good job, Mom. Op is NTA, and she sounds like a great mother. Mother-in-law is the butthole for pushing it. As for the husband, I do understand his feelings a little bit. He has been in this girl's life for years. Assuming he has been treating her like his own daughter, he would obviously feel hurt when she doesn't even consider him. Ultimately though, it is her right to pick whoever she wants to walk her down the aisle. I think original poster should sit down her husband and talk to him about this with some more compassion. On the flip side, if the husband did not treat this girl like his own daughter, then the husband would be the off for feeling entitled to walk her down the aisle. I think the fact that only original poster adopted her, but the husband did not, indicates he might not have thought of her as his daughter. I don't think that piece of information alone is enough to judge here. Husband might want to adopt, but Clara didn't. The adoption happens when Clara was 18, based on the post, and it was her choice, and she chose original poster only. Husband might have treated Clara like his own daughter for years, but Clara, due to her past trauma, still doesn't see husband as her father figure. We cannot know unless original poster provides some more information. Agreed, husband isn't necessarily the bad guy, but her boundaries still need to be respected. Hopefully things work out fine between him and Clara. I might get called out for stirring the pot and making it one of those debates, but this feels really antiquated and sexist. Original poster is literally the only official parent she has, and has been in this girl's life way longer than the husband. Why would he even expect to be picked over up? Unless it's all falling back on tradition, rolling eyes face. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.